you're a first year student, you're probably about to make a mistake that you're going to regret throughout your university years. And it's important that you watch this video with that perspective of everything that is in this video. I'm going to listen to and I'm going to take it and I'm going to apply it, because if you miss one thing that is inside this video, you're going to find yourself inside a loop in university. There's a reason university tends to take people extra years. It's because they miss out the most important things in the initial year, initiation year, I should call. So even if you're not a first year student, and if you're here just looking for guidance and looking for things to avoid throughout your second semester, you've reached the right place. And I've written a bunch of it down, and I'm going to go through it with you, some of the mistakes that I did throughout my first semester and throughout my university years. Number one thing is the Netflix binge trap. Videos and lecture recordings like a Netflix series wherein you'll just watch, you think you'll watch them the few days before the exam, and you'll watch all of them together, and then you'll think you know everything. Yes, you'll get a general idea, but when you sit down for that exam, you won't remember anything, because none of that information is glued into your mind. The way that your mind learns is that it learns through continuous patterns and doing something continuously every day. It learns through routines. Your mind is, you're not watching a movie, you're learning. When you watch a movie, you're just watching for entertainment, and you forget most parts of it. But when it comes to lecture slides, those are complex things that need you to break them down every day. University is basically like doing maths in high school. You have to practice things every day. And if you don't practice every day, sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't, depending on how smart you are. And if you're not smart, like me, which I'm not smart, and most people just think I'm smart, I'm not. I study a lot. My friends can attest to that, but I'm a studyaholic. So yeah, do not treat your lecture slides like a Netflix series wherein you just catch up on it on a weekend. Attend your classes basically. If you want to watch recordings, watch the recording the same day. Yeah, but this thing of I'll just watch it tomorrow, you end up, it'll get to a point wherein it's the end of the year and you haven't watched any recording. You haven't opened your slides, you have a test coming up, and then that's just a disaster by itself. So we don't want that. That's the one thing we don't want. Moving on to number two. The number two thing we don't want to get ourselves in is the groceries versus groove money. That's just a heading. You don't know. I know that not everybody grooves that watches my videos, but prioritize your groceries. Prioritize your groceries because they're golden. You don't want to find yourself in the situation about mid-month you're out of food. You don't want to find yourself in a situation wherein you are drinking water and eating noodles for a full week or 2 weeks because you wasted a lot of money on going out, on your outings and everything. You have to be a budget king. You have to know how to budget to a certain extent. And I'm not saying you have to budget like a pro. No, just know how to budget. A minimum budgeting skills are required in university, and you have to know how to spend money wisely. Like I have a video here on my YouTube that says how to survive with 2,000 rand of NSFAS money only, and you better watch that, because it took me a year or two for me to finally master that skill. You think that 2,000 is little, you manage it quite well, but once you start having other sources of income and your parents sending you money as well, you start to think you have money, and then out of nowhere you haven't bought groceries. It's the 10th. The last time you received money was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and you don't have nothing to eat, and you're scrambling around for money and asking your friends, and your friends are telling you that we bought groceries, and they're fine and they're well. The last thing you don't want to have is to not have groceries, because you need the energy to go to your classes. You need to eat, to stay good. Yeah, nutrition is very important, and we tend to forget that. We tend to treat that like it's a little thing. This one is a heavy hitter. This one is a very serious one. You're gonna fail at some point. You're gonna fail a test. You're gonna fail a quiz. You're gonna fail an exam. You're gonna fail a module. You're gonna add an extra year at some point. There are things you can do to avoid it, but coming from first semester, some of you all have already experienced it. You've already failed a quiz, a test, an exam, a practical, an experiment, a module, worst case. It happens. It's not the end of the world. Universities tend to have support structures like therapists readily available. Yes, that's an option, and I suggest you really go for it. But I'm here to prepare you mentally to tell you that it's going to happen at some point. And when that happens, it's not the end of the world, because a lot of us come from university come from high school with that mentality about, so what? I've been good my whole time. This whole time I've been good in high school. I didn't fail any tests. I've been good, man. I've been good. And then you get to university, you fail your test one. And you can't even tell your family because you think they'll be ashamed of you. And you can't even tell anyone because you don't think you have a support structure anymore. You think you're this perfect person that does perfect things. And once something goes wrong, you can't really talk to anyone because everyone will just think that you're good. You'll recover. But you're cooked. We've all been there. I don't want to act like I'm special. I don't want to act like I've never failed anything in uni. Hello. We've all been there. This is a real thing that's happened. You know? Another thing is friends. If you didn't do well in your first semester, it's very important that you change your friends. I'm sorry, it's very early. You should really change your friends now before it's too late. It's very early and this is the perfect time to be changing friends. This is the perfect time to be looking for new friends, to be looking for people that have the same goals as you, people that have the same mentality as you, people that are aligned, with your with where you want to be and where you want to go in life. It's very important. You know? So if you have the type of friends that do sports and you don't really do sports and they don't study at all, they don't do study group, they don't go to the library every week, find new friends. Go where you want to be and talk to those people. More often than likely, they will want to engage because nerds are just nerds are human as well. They're just afraid of initiating conversations and they just don't know how. And if you're also a nerd and you're looking for friends, hey, they're just like you. So you guys are probably going to be a good fit when it comes to friendship. So relax, talk to them. The people in your class, talk to them. And then, okay, the other one. Your first semester was all about figuring things out and trying to get a grip of how things are in university. And if you are an elder or an ancestor in uni, then your first semester is basically one of those things where you see about this year how you're going to take things. Maybe some of you guys are in relationships in university, some of you guys are dating, some of you guys already have a love life, which congratulations, you're very fast. Eh? You're good, eh? Just be careful. It's a uni, there's a lot happening. So yeah, if you already have a partner, please make sure you treat each other with respect, and we don't want drama, we don't want problems. I'd suggest that you stay away, but if you're already in it, then good luck. It's gonna be heavy. And I can tell you right now, if you're in a relationship, it's gonna get hectic. The worst is gonna happen. The worst of the worst is gonna happen. Whatever you think is bad, it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen, and it's gonna be sometimes for good, sometimes for bad, and sometimes it just acts as character development. There's a word that people start floating around in uni a lot. It's called character development. If you haven't heard of that word, then your character is still going to be developed. Your character, it needs a lot of development, and then yeah. Another slightly less point that I haven't talked about is don't take anything to heart. Don't take everything to heart. University lecturers are just horrible people. So whenever they say something horrible, don't take it to heart. Just know. Do not be as if you take ashwagandha, Don't take things to heart because people are horrible. So please. And if you like this video, this is just a general guidance video. Please subscribe. And I do this every time. I'm gonna upload about 4 times a week, if not every day. Today I came back late, so I'm shooting this video a bit late. That's why I'm holding my iPad to my face so that I can get a little bit of lighting on my face. If you guys want to donate so that I can buy a light, please. There's channel membership. Please join the membership, and then when you pay that, I will buy a light because I'm using my thingy, my tablet as a ring light. I need a ring light. I bought a tripod and stuff and a mic and stuff, but I don't have money for everything. I'm still a student at the end of the day. So yeah, do consider joining a channel memberships, and then that's where you get one-on-one contact with me, because I know some of you guys that really need help. So channel membership below and be a member, and then yeah, we can have direct conversations because there's not a lot of us. So I mean, who knows, maybe we can just be friends as well. Who knows.